Quick question before we start. How do you actually like your eggs? Soft yolk? Hard yolk? Or somewhere in between? Drop your answer in the comments, because by the end of this video, you might be eating them a lot more often. Here's something funny about eggs. They've been called a superfood, a cholesterol bomb, a perfect protein, and a heart attack waiting to happen. Sometimes all in the same decade. One year they're banned from the breakfast table. The next year, doctors are telling you to eat more of them. So which one is it? Today we're going to look past the headlines and actually walk through what happens inside your body when you eat one boiled egg a day, based on real research, not internet rumors. And honestly, some of these effects are pretty surprising. And the wild part is, none of this requires a fancy supplement, a new app, or a subscription. It's just a food that's been sitting in your fridge the whole time, probably ignored, maybe even avoided because of something you heard 20 years ago. So let's actually break down what's going on inside your body, one boiled egg at a time. Let's start at the top. Number 1. Your eyes get a built-in pair of sunglasses. Every day, your eyes deal with a lot. Phone screens, laptop screens, sunlight, all of it pouring blue light into your retina hour after hour. Over time, that wear and tear is one of the reasons people start losing sharp central vision as they get older, the kind of vision you need to read a menu or recognize a face across the room. Inside that orange yolk you usually scrape into the bin or push to the side of your plate, there are two plant pigments called lutein and zeaxanthin. Your body can't make them on its own, so they have to come from food, and eggs happen to be one of the easiest sources to absorb. Researchers gave people egg yolks daily and measured their blood afterward, and the lutein levels jumped by over 70% in just a few weeks. Zeaxanthin shot up even more. These two pigments travel straight to your retina and settle there like a natural pair of sunglasses, filtering out the harsh light before it can do damage. You can get the same nutrients from spinach and kale, but here's the catch. Your body struggles to pull them out of raw vegetables. Because egg yolk comes with natural fat built right in, your body absorbs almost everything you eat. So it's not that greens don't work, it's that the egg makes it easier. Number 2. Your memory gets a refill. Ever walk into a room and immediately forget why you went in there? You're not losing your mind. You're probably just low on something called choline. Choline is a nutrient your brain uses to build and repair the connections between memories and thoughts. Most people don't think about it because it's not as famous as protein or vitamin C, but here's the thing. Surveys show the vast majority of adults don't get nearly enough of it in their diet. Eggs are actually one of the richest everyday sources you can find, most of it sitting right there in the yolk. Studies looking at choline intake and brain performance in adults have found a pretty clear pattern. People with higher choline levels tend to score better on memory and cognitive tests. It's not a magic fix, but it does give your brain the raw material it needs to keep those connections strong instead of letting them quietly fade. Number 3. Your liver gets some help. This one surprises people. Your liver's whole job is to filter your blood and process everything you eat. But over the years, it's easy for fat to start building up inside it without you ever noticing a single symptom. Choline plays a role here too. It helps move fat out of liver cells so it doesn't just sit there and pile up. In fact, choline deficiency is one of the known causes of fatty liver buildup in research studies, which is why some nutrition guidelines specifically flag it as important for liver health. So that same nutrient helping your memory is also quietly doing cleanup duty in your liver. Pretty good multitasker for something hiding inside a 5-minute breakfast. Number 4. Your blood sugar gets a break. Think about what a typical breakfast usually looks like. Cereal, toast, a muffin, maybe a sugary coffee. All carbs, all of which spike your blood sugar fast and then drop it just as fast, leaving you tired and hungry by 10 in the morning. A boiled egg basically has 0 carbs. It's almost entirely protein and fat, which means your body barely has to react to it at all. No spike, no crash. If your usual breakfast is a sugar roller coaster, swapping in an egg is like giving your blood sugar a quiet morning off. Number 5. You stop snacking by accident. This next one might be the most useful for your daily life. Protein takes longer to digest than carbs, so it keeps you feeling full for longer. Researchers tested this directly. They had people eat egg-based breakfasts versus carb-heavy breakfasts like bagels, and the egg eaters reported feeling fuller and ended up eating noticeably fewer calories later in the day, all without trying to restrict anything. So if you're someone who swears they're not hungry at breakfast but somehow ends up raiding the snack drawer by 3 p.m., this is probably why. It's not a willpower problem, it's a breakfast problem. Think about how much money and effort gets spent on appetite suppressants and craving control products. Meanwhile, a 2-minute breakfast change might do more for some people than any of that. It's a strange thought, but the research keeps pointing in that direction. Number 6. The cholesterol myth finally gets cleared up. Okay, this is the one everyone's been waiting for. For decades, eggs had a reputation as a heart attack on a plate because of their cholesterol content. But here's what large-scale research has actually found. A major analysis following over 1 million people across multiple long-term studies found that eating up to 1 egg a day was not linked to a higher risk of cardiovascular disease. Some egg studies even show a small rise in HDL, the good cholesterol, alongside the changes. Basically, dietary cholesterol from eggs behaves very differently than the cholesterol-clogging arteries from things like trans fats and processed foods. The old blanket warning to avoid eggs has mostly been walked back by modern nutrition science. Moderate daily eggs, for most healthy people, just aren't the villain they were made out to be. Number 7. Your bones and muscles get back up. Starting in your 30s, your body slowly loses muscle and bone density, a process that speeds up with age and is part of why falls become more dangerous later in life. To fight that, your body needs steady protein and vitamin D. Eggs check both boxes. They contain complete protein with all the amino acids your muscles use for repair, and they're one of the few natural food sources of vitamin D, which your body needs to actually absorb calcium. You can eat all the calcium in the world, but without vitamin D, a lot of it just passes right through you. Studies on aging adults consistently link adequate protein and vitamin D intake to better preserved muscle strength and bone density over time. Number 8. Your skin, hair, and nails quietly thank you. And finally, all that protein doesn't just go to your muscles. It goes to keratin too, the protein your hair and nails are built from. Combined with the vitamins in the yolk, regular egg eaters often notice fewer brittle nails and less hair breakage over time. It's not an overnight glow-up, it's more like slow, steady maintenance happening in the background while you go about your day. So there you have it. 8 things, all from one humble boiled egg. Better protected eyes, sharper memory, a cleaner liver, steadier blood sugar, fewer cravings, a cholesterol myth put to rest, stronger bones, and healthier skin and hair. It's honestly kind of wild that something this simple and this cheap does this much. No powders, no pills, no complicated routine, just a pot of water and a few minutes on the stove. Sometimes the most effective changes really are the boring ones, the kind that don't need a flashy label or a price tag to actually work. So next time you're standing in front of the fridge deciding between cereal and something with a little more substance, maybe give the egg a shot. Your future self will probably appreciate it. If you learned something new today, let me know which fact surprised you most in the comments. And if you want more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe. See you in the next one.